Hey, what's up? My name is Tyson Brown and I want to welcome you to Tyson's Fitness Tips podcast. This is Australia's top health and fitness podcast to help you lose weight, look good with your shirt off, feel confident in your body, and finally achieve the goals you want with your health and fitness. So 5 days a week, I'm going to be giving you top information from myself and also from leading experts in the field so you know everything you need to do to get in the best shape of your life. From nutrition to mindset to workout, everything is covered in this podcast and you need to go nowhere else. So like I said, it's going to be 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, in your ears with quick actionable segments that you can implement straight away, because the most important thing is that you can put these things into play. Also, if you listen all the way to the end of the episode, you're going to get 2 special gifts that you can download upon listening to it. So make sure you listen all the way to the end to get those free gifts, okay? So let's get into the episode. This is a straight carry on from my cheat meal talk. Something completely different, but I'm still doing a walk. I've got plenty of time. Like, yes, this is a topic I definitely want to cover. I want to hit it home for people. And we were just talking about cheat meals, obviously, that you don't need a cheat meal or you don't need a cheat day, because as long as you're tracking, you can have things. And that's why I've been able to lose fat by drinking alcohol. It's literally because I track it. I'm supposed to be eating 2,500 calories a day. I eat 2,000 calories a day. Then on Saturday, I can go and get pissed and enjoy myself. And it's funny because my birthday is actually in about 10 days. What is it today? It's the 16th. 9 days, sorry. 25th of April. And I know I'm going to be going out having fun. So I've just been saving my calories. Been saving up just a little bit and I'll be good to go. And it's really that simple. Like, I'm like, okay, next week, Monday to Thursday, I'm going to put myself in a bigger deficit. Sorry about the car. I'm going to put myself in a bigger deficit. And once I hit that deficit, Thursday, I'm going to enjoy myself. Friday, I'm going to have some drinks. Saturday and Sunday, back on track. Because I'll honestly probably be feeling terrible and I won't want to do anything on Saturday anyways. But it's that simple. And I probably won't lose weight that week. Maybe I will eat too much. But it's about trying to be in a bigger deficit for the start of the week, so towards the end of the week I don't blow out my diet. And that's just the way I'm going to play it. So apart from that though, I want to talk to you about fats versus carbohydrates and what's better for fat loss. What's the ultimate fat loss macro breakdown? Because you've probably heard that carbohydrates are what's making you fat, or fat makes you fat. And whatever you have, like, there's so much controversy out there. You hear from these zealots who tell you that insulin is what's causing you fat. Insulin's spiking from the carbohydrates. Then you hear that people are like, no, it's not insulin. Carbs are fine. You just need to have less fat, blah, 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 blah. And there's like people get into these debates and you're confused as fuck. You're like, what is going on? Which one do I listen to? Like, I don't know what the hell to do. And it's funny because for you, not having time to do the research, not having time to look into this, it just leaves you stuck and feeling frustrated. And because that's how I felt when I was younger. Like, I had to spend hours researching about macros because I used to just eat, like we talked about before, I just ate clean, I just ate healthy, and I wondered why I couldn't lose weight. One of the reasons was because of cheat meals. Another reason was because I was just eating too many goddamn calories, even though it was quote unquote clean food. Clean food still contain calories, and if you're not in a calorie deficit, you're not going to lose weight. That's what I learned about protein, carbohydrates, fats, calories, all those things. And one thing I also discovered from recent research, even though I knew this, there's more research coming out about it, is that when it comes to protein, carbohydrates, fats, calories, there's an order of importance. And what matters most is the calories. If you're in a calorie deficit, you're eating less than you burn, you will lose fat. Even if you aren't eating enough protein, whatever it is, if you're in a calorie deficit, if you need to eat 2,000 calories and you're eating 1,500 a day, you will lose fat. That's the end of the story. Calories are what matter. It's not your bloody hormones, not anything else. It's the calories. After calories comes protein. Protein is important for muscle building, for muscle maintenance, for satiation, for a whole bunch of other things. For tissue repair, it's actually funny, when it comes to muscle building and muscle repair, that's actually the last thing on the list. And that's why you need so much protein. Because the body does other things with it. It makes amino acids. I know I'm going to depth here, but it's going to be for hair, tissue repair, your fingernails, eyelashes, all those things. That's what the protein goes for first. Then the leftover protein is what goes for muscle building and muscle maintenance, because it's not an essential thing for the body. The body has primary instincts, primal goals, and it's to survive. It's not to fucking build muscle. So that's why you have to feed it extra protein to build muscle, maintain muscle, things like that. And that's why you need to have so much protein. So if you're looking to maintain your muscle, to try and even potentially gain muscle while on a calorie deficit, then you need to be eating 2 grams per kilogram of body weight, or 1 gram per pound. So for me, I'm 83 kilos. I need 170 grams of protein a day, just to be on the safe side. You can have more than that. I enjoy having more than that because, like I said, protein is also satiating. The more protein you have, the more full you're going to be. And so, once you've discovered how much protein you need, how many calories you need, then it comes to the fats and the carbohydrates. And the truth of the matter is that it doesn't matter at all. Truth of the matter is it doesn't matter. It does not matter at all whether those calories come from carbs or whether they come from fat. Because remember what we talked about before? It's all about the deficit. And if you find that you get more satiated of higher fat foods, nuts, avocado, dark chocolate, things like that, and that's what keeps you full, then go for the higher fat. But if you're someone who finds that they get fuller of more carbohydrates, plain bread, rice, pasta, fruit, then you should go for that option. Because there's no one size fits all. It's person dependent. That's what's the most important thing. If you, whatever satisfies you more, whatever makes you adhere better to the diet, that's what you should stick to. And that's what studies show. When you're in a calorie deficit, high carb or high fat, it doesn't matter. It's what matters most is the calorie deficit. Because some people, they do better with higher carbohydrates. Some people, they do better with higher fats. Now, as much as I'm against keto, as much as I hate keto and I'm like, you shouldn't do it, I find myself being satiated with higher amounts of fats. Not keto fats, but if I look at carbohydrates and fats, if I have more fats in my diet, I feel more satisfied with that. Maybe for you, you're the opposite. Maybe you're one of my online clients who enjoys more carbohydrates. That's cool, then you should have carbohydrates. But it's whatever is going to suit you best based on your lifestyle and based on just your genetics, because you know what's going to suit you better. And if you don't, here's a cool test. For the next 2 weeks, try and go really high carb, low fat. See how you feel. The 2 weeks after that, try and go really high fat, low carb. See how you feel. Which one makes you feel more satiated? Once you do that, then you can determine which one's going to suit you best. And that's going to help you adhere to your diet. And that's going to help you keep in a calorie deficit. And that is what's ultimately going to help you lose weight. It's so easy to get caught in these zealots who are telling you this or that, who are telling you, oh, you should, carbs are evil or whatever. And when you look at the research does not support that. Depending on you and your goals, because if I'm telling you, oh yeah, you need to have more carbohydrates because that's what's going to help you lose fat, but you're like, every time I have carbohydrates, I go fucking nuts, then carbohydrates isn't for you. It's that simple. But here's the thing though, when I say carbohydrates, what do we think of? We think of, when people say carbs, they go, oh, I've cut out carbs. I've cut out my creamy pasta, which is carbs and fat. I've cut out all my butter on toast or peanut butter on toast, which is carbs and fats. Because this is where we get the distinction of like, what we classify as carbs aren't just carbs. We put the carbs in with the butter on the toast. We put the carbs in with the burger, and it's like, no, that's fat and carbohydrates, and that's what you need to be aware of. So for you, being able to make a conscious decision is like, if I'm saying just try carbohydrates, try and eat 3 pieces of white bread on its own, nothing else. Obviously with protein, but like, no butter on the bread, no peanut butter, no Vegemite, none of that stuff. Because the more palatable you make it, the easier it's going to be. And so try and stick to it as bland as possible. The same goes to fats, having avocado or having nuts, not adding other things into it to see which one's actually going to keep you more satisfied and which one makes you feel more satiated. Because if you like more protein, cool. If you like more carbs, then go for the more carbs. If you like more fats, then go for the more fats. But do not do it because someone told you that you need to have lower carbs or you need to have lower fat. It's whatever is going to suit you at the end of the day, because remember, this is all about personal preference. And once you find out what suits you, once you figure out what you adhere to, it's going to make your dieting life so much easier, so much more sustainable, because now you know, even though they're telling me this, I can stick to this way, I can keep in my calorie deficit, which is the most important, and I'll lose weight. So I'd actually love to hear what you prefer. Do you prefer high carb or do you prefer high fat? So I'd love for you to let me know. Go to Instagram, go to @TysonTheTrainer with 2 R's, send me a DM, be like, hey mate, I really enjoy the podcast, I love high fat, these are my favorite high fat foods, or whatever it is. So hope it was helpful, hope that got your noggin scratching. I'll speak to you in the next episode. Hey, thanks for listening to the podcast. I really appreciate it. So now you've listened all the way to the end. That means you get some free goodies. So what you can do is you've got 2 different options, or you can take them both. I've got an intermittent fasting cheat sheet and a high protein 20 recipe meal guide designed specifically for you in your situation. These meal plans and this intermittent fasting guide is designed to help you burn stubborn belly fat and get in the best shape of your life. So all you have to do is go to the show notes, click on the download link, and they'll get sent straight to your email address. It's as simple as that. They're completely free. They're gonna help you transform your body. So go to the show notes now and download the free guides, and I'll speak to you in the next episode.